Good day, panelists. I am Leia Fe Gonzalez Nodalo from Visayas State University, Isabel, and I am one of your presenter for today. And as you can see, I included my advisor for this study as my co-author, and she is Engineer Anna Marie R. D. Asis. The title of my study is The Compliance of Ladle Locators to Occupational Safety and Health Standards. It was conducted last April 20, 2024. For the table of contents, first, rationale of the study; second, research objectives; third, methodology; fourth, results and discussion; and fifth, recommendations. According to World Health Organization 2021, the primary goal of any workplace safety program was to reduce the risk of injury, illness, or death to workers. Regardless of the type of business they operate, safety of employees was paramount. According to Department of Labor and Employment, year 2022, Occupational Safety and Health Standards or OSH standards, amended in 1989, are the country's primary legislation to ensure a safe and healthy workplace for all workers by protecting them from workplace hazards. The OSH law was updated through Republic Act number 11058, an act strengthening compliance with occupational safety and health standards and providing penalties for violations thereof. The act applies to all establishments, projects, and sites, including establishments located inside special economic zones and other investment promotion agencies, example, Philippine Economic Zone Authority or PIZA. The Leyte Industrial Development Estate or LIDE, a sprawling 425-hectare special economic zone established through LOI 962, is situated in Isabel Leyte, Philippines, housing two significant industries, namely the Philippine Associated Smelting and Refining Corporation and Philippine Phosphate Fertilizer Corporation. Lady plays a vital role in region's industrial landscape. Contractor agencies that provide construction and manpower services in Leyte Industrial Development Estate are called Lady Locators. The compliance of Lady Locators to OSH standards was aligned with Sustainable Development Goal number 3, good health and well-being. Thus, employers need to be responsible for providing a safe workplace, conducting risk assessment, providing PPE, and maintaining work-related injuries and illness records, since employees can refuse unsafe work and receive training on OSH topics. Businesses need to prioritize compliance since compliance with OSH standards is not only a legal requirement but also a moral obligation for employers to safeguard the welfare of their workforce. According to Van de Waal 2019, by adhering to these standards, lady locators can mitigate workplace hazards, prevent accidents and injuries, and enhance productivity and efficiency. Regular monitoring of health, safety, and programs is necessary to effectively mitigate this risk. And according to Implementing Rules of Regulation 2023, failure to comply with the required OSH standards or a compliance order will result in an administrative fine not exceeding 100,000 pesos per day until the violation was rectified. The counting days will begin when the employer was notified of the breach or when the compliance order was properly served. This study evaluates lady locators' compliance with occupational safety and health standards. This study also determines the current practices of lady locators in accordance with the mandatory occupational safety and health standards in promoting a healthy and safe workplace. Sorry. The main objective of this study was to evaluate lady locators' compliance with occupational safety and health standards. Specifically, it aims to attain the following. First, determine the socio-demographic profile of lady locators. Second, ascertain the level of awareness of the employer and the employees to RA number 11058. Third, determine the compliance of lady locators to occupational safety and health standards. And lastly, to develop recommendations for improving compliance. For the methodology, this study used a methodological triangulation using quantitative and qualitative data collection techniques, which provided a greater understanding of the problem. The qualitative approach focuses on obtaining the data by interviewing the employer of the contractor agencies in late industrial development state. And a quantitative approach is a numerical analysis of data collected through survey questionnaire to quantify the structure's variables further. The respondents of this study were the employees from the identified contractor agencies in late industrial development state. The researcher used a convenient sampling since many employees are in recognized agencies, and the convenience sample, according to Berman Ishbistatric, comprises of people who are easy to reach and focus on gaining information from the respondents who are convenient for the researcher to access. As you can see, the table number one, the total number of respondents used for survey questionnaire in lady locators. So from the contractor agencies or the employer, the researcher identified nine. And for the employees, there are 74, total respondents of 83. So the OSH survey questionnaire was based on implementing rules and regulations or IRR on Department Order number 198 series of 2018 of the Republic Act number 11058. The first part is the socio-demographic profile for employers, including their number of years in operation, the total number of employees, and the business description. The second part, an employee's socio-demographic profile, including their age, gender, job title, number of years employed, and employment status. The third part of the survey questionnaire have five categories concerned with the employer and employees' awareness levels to OSH standards relating to RA number 11058. The constituents were asked if they were strongly agree, 5, agree, 4, neither agree nor disagree, 3, 2, disagree, and 1, strongly disagree. The OSH interview guide questionnaire was for the employer only or the contractor agencies in late industrial development state. It was based on the OSH program from the Department of Labor and Employment. And the scale below was used for the interpretation of the awareness level on OSH standards of lady locators. So, a rating of 5, strongly agree, numerical range of 4.20 to 5, which is interpreted as very high. 4, agree, 3.40 to 4.19 are interpreted as high. 3, neither agree nor disagree or neutral, 2.60 to 3.39, moderate. 2, disagree, 1.80 to 2.59 or low, and 1, strongly disagree, 1 to 1.79 or very low aware interpretation. The socio-demographic profile of the employers participating in the study, as shown in Table 3, includes number of years in operation, total number of employees, male, female, and the description of the business. So the number of years indicates that a significant proportion of 44.45% employers are between 3 to 9 years in operation. Additionally, 33.33% fall within greater than or equal to 10 years, and 22.22% are less than or equal to 2 years. In terms of the total number of employees, the study includes that most of the employers were male, 88.2%, and female employers of 11.98%. This study describes the business somewhat more strongly, with construction services accounting for 55.56% and manpower services making up 44.44%. The socio-demographic profile of the employees participating in the study as shown in Table 4 includes age, gender, job title, number of years employed, and status of employment. The age distribution indicates that a substantial percentage of employees are less than or equal to 30 years old, 59.46%, and 25.67% fall within the 31 to 39 age range. The table shows that most of the employees were male, 79.73%, and hence the female proportion was 20.27%. Regarding job titles, the highest percentage of 14.86% were fitters, followed by operators at 13.51%, scaffolders at 12.26%, and 8.11% for fire watchers and maintenance, followed by helper with 6.76%. Next, with the same percentage of 5.41, are foreman, electrician, quality control, and mechanic. Another group with the same percentage of 2.70 are safety officers, quality control, and mechanic. Permit keepers and coordinators. Sorry. The lowest were maintenance, QA engineer, quantity surveyor, nurse, and civil engineer with 1.35%. Of the number of years employed, 52.70% are 2 years below, and 33.78% fall within 3 to 5 years. Additionally, 13.52% of the employers are between 6 to 10 years. Additionally, the employment status with the highest percentage, 81.9%, is contractual, followed by 14.86%, which is permanent. And lastly, the project based percentage is 2.70%, and 1.35% is for part-time employees. So this is the table 4. So table 5 and 6 provide a breakdown of the category. The employer was specified as having a very high level of awareness as shown in table 5. The occupational safety and health or OSH training category ranked first. This is evidenced by a mean of 4.94. Next in rank is policy with a mean of 4.55, followed by emergency drill and equipment with a mean of 4.48. Then facilities gained a rating of 4.42 and ranked fourth, which also means very high awareness. However, the OSH committee ranked fifth, gaining a mean of 4.16 but still high in the interpretation of awareness level. For the table 6, the OSH training category, by the way, the table 5 is the awareness level of the employer, and the table 6 is the awareness level of the employees. So this is evidenced by a mean of 4.42, which means a very high level of awareness. Next in is policy, which gained a mean of 4.35 and was ranked second. Then the emergency drill equipment category with a mean of 4.12, followed by the OSH committee gained a mean of 3.48. Both emergency drills and the OSH committee interpreted a high level of awareness. However, workers' welfare facilities ranked last. They gained the lowest mean of 3.11, which means the moderate awareness that employers must provide treatment rooms for the employees as it interpreted the low level of awareness from the statement as shown in table below. The total grand mean is 3.90, interpreted as very high. This means that employees are less likely aware than the employers based on the grand mean, specifically providing workers welfare facilities in the workplace. So this is it. The level of awareness of the employees to our standards. So, for the discussion, a total of 9 contractor agencies completed the interview. Question number 1 in the Occupational Safety and Health or OSH interview guide questionnaire was: do you have the company commitment to comply with OSH requirements? All of them said yes because safety is their priority. However, 6 out of 9 were prevalent when the researcher asked for a copy of their company commitment to comply with OSH requirements. On the other hand, only 3 out of 9 comply with the OSH program from the Department of Labor and Employment. Moreover, from the essential components of the company OSH program and policy under Department Order Number 198, Series of 2018, Chapter 4, Section 12, most contractor agencies answered some questions with PASAR provided or client provided. The findings revealed that the fully compliant lady locators to occupational safety and health standards are only 3 out of 9 contractor agencies. 6 of them are not fully compliant because their client provided their first aid, healthcare medicines, equipment facilities, and workers' welfare facilities as prescribed by the OSHT and other related issuances. With that, contractor agencies must have provided it to be fully compliant with the OSH program promulgated by Department of Labor and Employment. This is a Table 7 Employers' Compliance with OSH Standard Joint Display Integration of both quantitative and qualitative findings. And for the recommendations, based on the findings of the study, the following recommendations are offered. From the non-compliance contractor agencies, the researcher recommends opening first would have someone who can work, process, or pursue company commitment to comply with OSH standards. And second, it is therefore recommended that the lady educator should comply with the mandatory compliance to reduce fatalities in the workplace and avoid comprehensive fines. Third, to organize safety officers in Visayas State University, Isabel, to collaborate with lady locators. The researcher also recommends OSH guidelines and programs for assessing lady locators, construction, and manpower services to continuously improve occupational safety and health performance and compliance. A program will be developed as per the Department of Labor and Employment and for maintaining a safe and healthy workplace, reducing fatalities, and promoting employee well-being, while also representing a company's commitment to responsible organization practices. Thank you for listening. Once again, this is Leia Fe Gonzalez Nodalo from Visayas State University Isabel Campus. Thank you.